Combat familial pour rester en vie. Comment t'as survécu? Tu as survécu, donc par extension, mon père a survécu. Mon frère a survécu. J'ai survécu. Est-ce qu'il y a une obligation à transmettre cette survie?
Comment vas-tu alors?
Ouais, ça va bien et toi?
Alors c'est marrant parce que là c'était en pleine nature et ils ont refait la route
Ah ouais?
avec du béton et des gros barbelés de chaque côté. Et un jour on est venu à vélo ici et j'avais l'impression d'être dans un camp tellement que ça faisait des gros barbelés.
16 by Guilien Skorny from Montreal in Canada. This is a really powerful, emotional, short 10-minute film. And what happens is two different entities are combined in one emotional film. You have Guilien connecting with his father in relation to his grandfather who had fought World War II and the specific time when they each turned 16. And then you have this intimate moment where present day Guilien opens up and comes out of the closet, so to speak, opening up as being gay. And this is a conversation he's having with his father, which is an intimate, emotional time in which even his father has to catch up with the profound meaning behind what is actually happening during this phone call. So you're mixing up the stigmas, especially during World War II, of homosexuality with the present day very widely accepted concept of pride, but mixing the two concepts up with the idea of being 16 and being an adolescent and opening up to the world and facing adulthood for the first time. So it's just really a profound creative short film in which we have some very clever little visual effects that I think really help soothe this journey, this emotional time of sharing, this time of conflict, where you're merging past and present, controversy with normality, in a very humble way. I think there's no better way to merge these two things together than while being very creative. I think there's an innate magic about showing how time has evolved. While several decades ago something would have been considered unacceptable, unfortunately, has now become obviously very much a part of our greater community, a sense of pride for so many people, such a wonderful way to open up and feel accepted by communities. But you've got three things to essentially accept. There's the ancestry that you're recollecting, there's the coming of age element of being 16 and having that age communality within the history side of things in your family and your present day self. And there's that idea of speaking to a parent who one would say should be the first accepting person in your life, but often is not the case. In this situation, his father is accepting, but it does take a bit of time. You can tell that there's that detachment, there's that emotional detachment. There is a detachment with the father, but I think the biggest emotional detachment hurdle is faced by Guilien, who decided to make this film about it. And I personally think, as an audience, this was the best and most profound way to break the barriers, break the walls, break the stigmas, and get out with a very, very powerful message that I really think is going to stick in people's minds for a long time to come. But what does come out in this film 16 is truly unique, truly special, and I think deserves to be celebrated and commended more and more and more. Because Guilien did the best thing for himself, but more and more people need to know that this is the right thing to do for themselves, and simply, if they want to, if they wish to, if they are so inclined, be creative about it and express it in that way, so that more and more people's lives can be changed for the better, and more history can be acknowledged, and we can all tell that history has changed and we are shaping our future in a different way, with strengths, with pride, with creativity, and with compassion, with honour, and with confidence, most importantly. So out of 10 minutes, all of this has come out of it. It's put me into deep thought. There are ways in which I have connected with the story, different elements of it. There are so many different ways in which every different audience will connect with it in a different way, and that's what I think overall transcends all the magic of the film. So, very powerful visual non-fiction, one could say experimental piece. It's experimental in its approach to telling the story, but it's not experimental in the stories that it is telling. 3 stories merged together in a 10-minute piece, and that in itself is the magic of cinema. So thank you very much for submitting, for stirring our minds, and for making us think so wildly, so openly, and so imaginatively. And I really commend you for it.